So Apple has been getting a lot of press this week for having their highest ever recorded stock price at $236.21. So I thought it'd be fun to do a little Apple versus Bitcoin smackdown to see if you had spent only $10 in each of those categories 10 years ago, where you would be today. So let's start with Apple. 10 years ago, their stock price was $29.13, which means if you'd invested $10, then you would have about 0.34 stock. Now, considering that the current price is $236, a $29 to $236 jump is pretty good, right? So your $10 investment would have turned into around $81. Not a bad return. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. So some of the earliest pricing records that we can see for Bitcoin is kind of in the late 2009, early 2010 era, so about a decade ago. And there were transactions that were recorded at 0.003 cents. And so if you had spent $10 on Bitcoin back then, you would have about 3,333 Bitcoin. Now, the current price at the time of this recording is $8,324. So that rounds out to almost $28 million. So I think it's safe to say that there's a pretty clear winner here. Now, a lot of people say that the price of Bitcoin is volatile, and yes, this is true, but it is still the best performing asset class over the last 10 years, and it continues to be an asset that is giving a positive return even through all of the volatility. Now, of course, it depends on the window of time that you're looking at. Prices in the peak of the bull run in 2017 are obviously going to look different than prices that are in a bear market, but as we're looking at the long-term trajectory of growth for Bitcoin, it's pretty clear to see that even though there's volatility moving upwards. And so the lowest low during the bear market, that threshold rises every time there's a bull run, and so it continues to be an asset that is performing extremely well for investors. Now, people always ask, like, when is the best time to invest in Bitcoin? And well, clearly 10 years ago. Hello, like I'd have some private island somewhere that I'd be inviting you all to. But the second best time to invest is today, is to work with what you have and not get really stuck in the mud about, okay, the price is currently between the $8,000 and $9,000 mark. What if it drops down to $7,000? Earlier this year, it was around $3,500. Did I miss the boat? Is it too late? Is it going to shoot back up? And these are all questions that you can just kind of get stuck in and get really, kind of worried about. But ultimately, if you think that Bitcoin is an asset class that is going to continue to perform well in the long run, which it has nothing but history proving that it can, then just working with what you have right now is not a bad option. Now, I am not a financial advisor, and I always recommend that you do your own research and you actually understand what you are investing in. But ultimately, Bitcoin is something that I'm very bullish on the future of, and as we can see, has a history of continuing to perform as an investment. I hope you guys enjoyed this little smackdown video. Don't worry, Apple, I still love you. The audio for this is being recorded on a MacBook Pro, and I have an entire slew of Apple products. But all of that aside, from an investment standpoint, Bitcoin is clearly outperforming Apple, even though Apple would be considered a good investment return. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing and leave me a comment letting me know what you think. So I will see you guys in the comment section below.